Christmas in the Acme Ballroom by Mabel Brown Stewart. Letter to The Tempest, December 9th. Hey, Miss Hatch. Since I started high school, I've been trying to find my place, my tribe, I guess you would call it. As I mentioned, my best friend is Darla. She lives about 5 blocks from the Acme, and we spend a lot of time together. The problem is she's only in 7th grade, and I'm in 9th. That means there's this huge chasm between us. Middle school for Darla and high school for me. Chasm is word number 14 on Mr. Wells' essential vocabulary list. I told you about him in my last letter. Darla and I don't get to go to the same school for 2 years. That's like a million years from now. Anyway, my passion is fashion. Do you remember that about me? So I decided to sign up to help with the school play. In the fall, we put on Arsenic and Old Lace, which was fun, but not that challenging from a costuming standpoint. I mean, the play was set in the 1940s, which is a fun decade, but there weren't that many opportunities to really wow the audience with costuming magic. The character of Elaine wore a lavender suit that I built from scratch. Not to brag or anything, but it turned out gorgeous. The other garments were just ho-hum. As it turns out, I got to appear in the show. See, in the play, there are a bunch of bodies buried in the basement, and our drama teacher, Mrs. Douglas, decided that everyone in stage crew would appear during the curtain call as dead bodies. So during the second act, we all put on raggedy clothes and scary makeup so we'd look dead. Then at the end, after all the real actors had taken their bows, all us stage crew kids filed onto the stage for our own moment in the spotlight. It was actually pretty cool. It always surprised the audience and got a big laugh. I mean, it wasn't acting per se, but I got to really feel like one of the drama kids. By the way, I also learned the phrase Perse from Mr. Wells. The mascot for Soggy U is the brown pelican, so we call our drama club the Pelican Players. I got a special t-shirt from after my first show. It's considered a rite of passage. The t-shirt has a big star on the front. Henry, who played the lead character Mortimer, said, "Just remember, Mo, Mrs. D designed the shirt so it's not a star. It's a pentagram." And then he winked. Very confusing. Our winter show is The Tempest by William Shakespeare. As soon as I heard the title of the show, I looked up the word tempest and learned it means a really big storm. It's a pretty appropriate choice since there are a lot of storms during the winter here in Port Fortune. You have to be really careful of the logs on the beach because if the high waves move them around, they can hit you and just wipe you out. There are signs all over the place that say, "Beach logs kill." Sounds kind of funny, but like they're logs running around with a hatchet or a candlestick or something ready to attack. But the beach logs are actually pretty dangerous. Anyway, Mrs. Douglas asked me to audition for the show. I'm very nervous, but also excited too. I'd be happy with a small part, like being one of the sailors who goes down with the ship in the first scene. Maybe I could even have a speaking part like the bosun and I get to yell, "A plague upon this howling." Then I started having second thoughts about auditioning, but my mom said, "Everyone should have a moment to shine and maybe this will be your time." Those words rolled around in my head a long time. My time to shine. My mom's boyfriend Vic is lending me his night vision goggles, and I'm headed out to see if I can spot Sean. It's a long shot, I know, but it's worth trying, right? Your former student, Mo.